After waiting about a week and a half, we finally have one of the more important packages to the project delivered from SS396, and that is going to solve most of our rust problems for the floorboards. Alright, we are back at the garage, and this was what I ordered from SS396. We got passenger side trunk pan, or floor pan, and driver side floor pan. So what we're going to do tonight and tomorrow, we're going to drill little holes here for the support beam so we can spot weld this in all the way around. Hopefully that will give us enough structure to do it. We have one beam that goes across here inside the car itself, and this one will sit on the transmission tunnel as so. This will sit on the kick pan for your feet, and this guy will sit on the rocker. So we should have enough support. It's pretty thick metal, and yeah, let's get to it. So this is sort of the finished product, so to speak. Just drilled a bunch of holes around it. Now we're gonna stick it in the car and trace around exactly what we need from there. Start getting stuff ready for tomorrow. It's a little late, so I'm not gonna start grinding anything yet. I gotta figure out the seat belt, or the seat mount. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in there. I'll figure that out soon. And yeah, we'll go from there. Let's go ahead and pop this guy in the car. Not sure how well you can see because of the flashlight. Let's see if we can get a brighter beam. That might have helped. So what we're gonna do here is trace this out here and then bring it in about an inch or two. So we have a little bit of a lip, and then I'm gonna spot weld this in all the way around. So tomorrow we will have to cut out the old floorboard, which is routed to all hell, and kind of massage this into place, you know, beam that down a little bit with the seam sealer. Oh, excuse me, and then go from there. It's all looking like it's going to be pretty smooth. Pretty straightforward stuff. We'll see how this goes. All right, I was able to get this all cut out. It's over there now. Got to clean it up a little bit with the flap wheel. Get these spot welds out, just the normal stuff. Clean up all of that. I set this kind of on fire, just a little bit, so we tore that out. The good news is I can do a quick transmission service if I wanted to. I'm not gonna, but I could. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this all cleaned up, everything around here. I've got a flap wheel. I'm just gonna brush it all up, and then we'll test fit the panel and see how well or how bad we did. Now I'm sure I'm doing something wrong, but I got some rust reformer and some seam sealer. So I'm gonna go ahead and coat the inside of this with some rust reformer, such as this. Just a quick update. It's not perfect by any means. Just got our little Flux Core 125 titanium. So far so good. We're just spot welding all the way around. Do something along those lines. We should have a pretty solid floor pan at the end of it. I'm going to drill out the seat belt hole, fill in any Kona holes, take out the sheet screws, and I think we should be good to seam seal it. Got to do some errands today, so won't have an absolute ton of time, but I'm going to finish up all these welds, and then we should be ready for seam sealer. Like I said, this isn't the exact perfect way. Usually you would butt this up and you wouldn't have any seams, because I would really hate for water and moisture to get in there, but it's the budget build. These were cheap pans. This is a cheap welder. We're doing it cheap, and honestly, these will outlast me. I live in the South now. There's not much rust down here. Definitely no salt, unlike the Midwest. This won't be an issue at all. After a couple hours, I was able to get a kind of stitch weld all the way around. Just kind of a plug weld style. Just kind of every couple inches put a weld. Gonna seam seal this here in a second, but first I'm gonna grind down all these welds and see how they look, see if any pop. If they do, obviously re-weld them and go from there. It feels pretty sturdy so far. Not too bad. No real warpage in the pan, and I'm pretty happy with it. Quick update. Just waiting on the rust reformer paint to dry up. Once that's dry, we're gonna hit it with some seam sealer, and this side should be done. I gotta wait for my plug to come in, and until then, what I'm gonna be doing, I went ahead, picked up these cheapo silicone things, but it'll help me finish up the intake manifold that I'm doing here. Should go here into the eyelet here through the headlight, and yeah, should be Should be pretty quick. This process is going a lot faster than I thought. So for the final part of it, I got the seam sealer laid down here, got it painted again, and now we just got to do the other side. For me, it'll take a day or two. For you, it'll be 2 seconds. It's a little dark in here, but we got this in. We now have brand new front floorboards. So yeah, next is the interior. So I may have skipped a few steps, but this really isn't a DIY channel. We now have, I'll get the light really quick and show you guys. So we now have an interior, or at least a seat bolted down. It is a custom bracket. It's not great, but it'll do. I am currently, sorry for the flashlight, I'm currently doing some patch welds, as you can tell. Just a little bit of reassurance on the floor condition. And what we currently have is these plugs right here. They were factory from GM. More than likely they were just used when they dip it, like the body, and then you plug it up and stuff like that. But Amazon sells the exact ones that we need. So we'll just go ahead and use some seam sealer here on 2 of these and get those installed really quick. And that should be the end of the video for now. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up on the floor patching. I'm gonna get some more sheet metal tomorrow as everything's closed because it's Easter Sunday. And then hopefully getting the carpet in. And yeah, so stay tuned. There's gonna be more. We're planning a 5-speed conversion. A couple of other things that'll be a lot more interesting. Right now I'm just doing more or less a update on what I've been trying to accomplish throughout this, so I have accountability of my own build, I guess. But if you checked out this channel and you are liking the build so far, go ahead and drop a like, maybe a comment, see what you want me to do with it. Single turbo, big rear tires, etc., maybe a paint color scheme. But yeah, let me know in the comments, maybe send a like, subscribe if you want to. There's gonna be plenty more videos. I know these are kind of mundane and not the best quality content, but as of right now, it's what I can get accomplished with the tools and materials I have. So hopefully you stay tuned and we'll put out much better content in the future.